Okay, so I'm hearing that as a child, you had a really big imagination, and there was times where you used to talk about it to around like your family, around people, and they just knew you were different. So you already know that you were different. You already felt different. You already knew that it's like you are in your family, but you're cut from a different cloth. Like, it's just like you don't want to do the thing. You just don't want to do the thing because your mind works that way. Like, it's just how your mind works. It's how you work. It's how you do the things, okay? And so you've always been on this trajectory of greatness from a child. And many of you are this way. You've been on this pathway. And of course there was lessons along the way. Of course you made mistakes. We all do. But you've been great since a child. You've been great. This is not like new. It's just deep down inside is something that you always knew. Deep down inside is something that you always knew. You always knew this was you. It's just, and other people knew as well, but they didn't want it to be true. Or like, you know, anytime somebody sees something in another person that they don't see in themselves, they find all these feelings inside, like feeling intimidated, uncomfortable, belittled even. Okay, so I'm hearing like your energy can make people feel belittled, but they're doing that to themselves. It's not necessarily you. You're just being yourself. You're just doing you. But it's just that some people, they don't take well to seeing different because they haven't found that in themselves, because they're still in the phase of purification that they might be resisting, you know. So you've always been very special, like a very special person, because of how your mind thinks, because of how you take in the world, because how you choose to perceive things, okay? But somebody feels really, really bad about things they said because you still broke through it, like what they tried, and it makes them feel even worse than they felt saying those things to you, trying to coach you to be like them. Because it's like they feel bad, but at the time when they first did it, it felt good because they felt like they wouldn't be alone in it. It's actually really sad on all angles, like, honestly. But it's like, it's a sickness that many people suffer from. So please don't feel any type of way about that beautiful mind of yours. Allow your mind to be set free. Whatever you think about creating, even if it's something that you forgot about, something that you thought about as a child and you wanted to do it, explore it. Allow yourself to explore it. Don't like take it away from self off the strength of what you think others are going to say, because you will be robbing yourself and others. If you backtrack to the last reading, you'll see why you'll be robbing others, not just yourself, but others, because you are meant to be a master key. The master key is hot. I just saw a key, like, you know how it's like orange from being hot? Yeah, that's what I just saw. So you've been very special since a child. So if you feel like you were just mistreated as a child and there was things that were done to you and said to you and you just felt like, yo, why are you talking to me like that? I didn't even do anything. Like, I might have did something bad, but it wasn't that bad. Like, why are you treating me like? You could have had that thought even as a child because your mind was very mature for your age. So you could tell when you're being mistreated. Like, I know I had moments like that when I was younger, and I was out there checking people, and I shouldn't have been saying the stuff I was saying because at times I was unruly. I was a good kid, but if I saw something that I did not like and I knew it was wrong, I would speak up. And like there was times when my brother would be like, why did you say that? Like, and I'd be like, no, because it was wrong. Like we was just disrespecting you just gonna sit there and not say anything. Like I remember moments in my life where I spoke up to adults because I knew that what I was experiencing wasn't right, and it made me angry. I felt disrespected, and I would say something, you know. Everybody looking at me like I'm crazy, but I knew I wasn't wrong though. And I wasn't like cursing. I was just saying what I had to say, and I just called it out because I knew it was wrong. Like what seems small to other people, insignificant, is not always the same for everyone, because this is about the principle of the matter. It's about the principle. It's about treating people equally. You know, there's a lot of instances in life where you will notice that you weren't treated equally, and it's like when you pinpoint those moments, you recognize what was wrong as you get older. I mean, you see what was wrong back then, but the older you get, you start to see more about the person and why they did that as well. So it's almost like you get a piece of the puzzle as a youngin', you get a piece of the puzzle. But when you get older, you get the other piece, and then you see that the person that did that, they were broken. There's a brokenness in them. So I just say that to say that you were able to see even as a child. And it caused many people to not like you because you didn't have any problem speaking up on what you thought. Because a lot of people want to say what you say, but are afraid, you know. They want to be who you are, but they would never. They would never, because they don't have it in them. Only those who allow the God in them to show are the ones who speak in such a way. And that aspect of you has always been there, regardless of what mistakes you made. You always had a conscience that would tell you when you tripping. But there was just some times where you would still do it anyway, until you stopped. And those moments only make you greater, because they give you this understanding that not many can say that they have. Choosing to change is a power that many have, but they don't take it into consideration and they don't use it the right way. But when you use your power to change things in your life, and you activate yourself in such a way where you actually see the change that you were moving towards, that you were preparing for, you know, it's like it's something all up in here. It's in the chest. It's like a relief, like, whew, I was tripping. Whew, I was tripping. I don't know. I don't know, but I was tripping. I got my hand up. But that's the left hand, right hand. I was tripping, but I ain't tripping no more. I'm not tripping no more. Because I'm going to do the right thing. Like the movie, I'm going to do the right thing. Okay? The right thing. Alright, I think that's it for this reading or message. I say reading because I really feel like I'm reading. You know how in the Matrix you see like the binary codes? I be feeling like I'm reading binary codes. But anyway, because there's no cards. It's just me and spirit. Spirit's like, okay, talk about this, talk about that. Hey. Everything you do, do it with love. Always remember the creator is in you and the magic is too, because you're magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next reading.